You're listening to After the Review.
After the review.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
Well, we've been keeping tabs on baseball really closely this past week with everything going on with the coronavirus. But MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred says we're playing, but the players need to be better. A lot of stuff came out yesterday in a phone call with Manfred and the Players Association. I'm going to break down what's going on. More positive tests, false positive tests we're seeing. And this weekend is the ultimate weekend, I think, for baseball moving forward. But if you could, first, like this video, share it on social media, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell to make sure you get these daily update videos. I really appreciate it. All right. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred says, we are playing, but players need to be better. Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred remains confident in the 2020 season can continue, telling ESPN's Carl Ravitch on Saturday that there is no reason to quit now, despite positive coronavirus tests that have led to the postponement of 17 games in 10 days. We are playing, Manfred told Ravitch. These players need to be better, but I'm not a quitter in general, and there is no reason to quit now. We have had to be fluid, but it's manageable. Manfred comments follow the postponement of Saturday's St. Louis Cardinals-Milwaukee Brewers game. The postponement was caused by 4 positive COVID tests among the Cardinals, including 1 player, according to ESPN and multiple reports. So this was the big news on Friday, that multiple Cardinals staff had tested positive, leading to that shutdown. The Phillies also had a couple of positive tests the other day that we talked about. Those may have been false positive, they're saying, which is a really good sign for baseball as far as the spreading rate. Marlins are up to 21 positive tests now, though. We're very fluid right now. But Manfred on Friday told MLB Players Association Executive Director Tony Clark that if the sport doesn't do a better job of managing the coronavirus, it could shut down for the season. Sources familiar with the conversation told ESPN's Jeff Passan. In addition to the positive tests with the Cardinals, the league and players recognize the coming days are a critical juncture following an outbreak among the Miami Marlins, which I said 21 players have tested positive. Marlins reported no new positive tests on Saturday, though, which is a little bit of a bright spot. The current plan is for the team to resume play with a 4-game series against the Baltimore Orioles from Tuesday to Thursday. This talks about other reschedulings with the Yankees and Phillies, the Rays and Yankees, all this stuff. But should another outbreak materialize, Manfred, who has the power to shut down the season, could move in that direction. Multiple players briefed on Friday's call feared the season could have been shut down as soon as Monday if positive tests jumped or if players continue to not strictly abide by league's protocol. So this has been the number one thing right now. Apparently the MLB did a big investigation to try and figure out what happened with the Marlins, and the reports were not good. Players were not following the protocol. They were hanging out in the hotel bar and lobby, going out to restaurants in Atlanta during their preseason scrimmages or whatever. And that's what led to the outbreak. And people have argued, no bubble, is the MLB doing enough? There's a pretty lengthy report on coronavirus protocol. It could be better. I won't argue that. There's some holes there, but it's pretty good. The data's in there, follow the protocols, and you're pretty safe. Now, you can't blame players for it spreading amongst the team because you're with those guys and you don't know if guys have it or not. But in the end, it really is... really is up to the players individually to make make these choices for themselves, that you have to follow protocol. You stay at your crib, you drive to and from the stadium, you don't let anybody in your family out and have contact with other people, and that's the sacrifice you got to make for this season. Then when you're on the road, you're in quarantine with the team, getting the test. It really comes down to the individual player. These are grown-ass men. You got to make smart decisions. I know it seems to be tough because we're having a real issue with that in America, with having people make smart decisions, but you got to do it. So there is some rays of sunshine. MLB announces 2 of the Phillies' positive tests were false positives. So no positive tests from the Phillies. That means after playing the Marlins, who've had all those positives, that's a really good sign. That means this thing is not spread in, outdoors with the players being out in each other in the sun at the game, stuff like that. That's a great sign. But who knows moving forward if that's going to lead to anything. Maybe the negatives are false. Who knows? I can't tell. Hopefully the Cardinals don't have an explosion of outbreaks. That's looking like it could get out of hand. We've had 17 games in 10 days, they said, postponed. That's really bad. We're losing a large chunk of the season. They just moved to get 7-inning game doubleheaders now, so all doubleheaders are going to be 7-inning games to shorten the season. Baseball's turning into a little bit of a circus right now. It's not the most ideal situation for them, but that's life, and that's sports life in a pandemic. Players are starting to opt out too. Lorenzo Cain for the Brewers just opted out with these 2 postponements. He's like, it's not worth it. I saw an interesting tweet from Danny Cannell, not really a criticism, but he's like, do you realize as a player opting out, you are putting yourself at more risk than playing because you're not going to be in stringent testing, total circles of cleanliness. But the players are, if they stay at their home the whole time, they're much safer. So if they're not totally staying at home, opting out might be a little bit more dangerous. But I don't know what the players are doing. It was just an interesting thought that I like to have. But like I said, this weekend's a critical juncture for baseball. Hopefully things pan out and we can keep moving with the season. Again, 60-man rosters. What are we doing? Let's get those guys in there so we can play these games. I'm sorry, teams. But if you could like this video, remember to share it on social media. It really helps out the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. And I'll see you guys on Monday.